Just before we come to you, Alexandra, considering that dynamics have changed quite a bit, a lot of independent candidates, a lot of frustrated candidates. So even as you talk about this appointment, take a look at page 10 of the paper, why NASA should not take its cost support for granted. Because as we speak, there's a lot of ODM or NASA-affiliated politicians who've decamped to Jubilee, and many of them are very strong politicians in the coastal region. So will these appointments that have been picked out be able to deliver the 10 million votes?
The appointment of this appointment is quite strategic. And let's take the coastal region, for instance. You'll find that those individuals who have been singled out to undertake the exercise on behalf of Jubilee, who are, so to speak, dissidents within ODM code and eventually NASA. So there is a heightened determination on Jubilee to ensure that they get as high a number of votes as possible within coast, which appears to be a very strong region for NASA. So I think Jubilee means business. They want to snatch the best they can get out of this. Whether that will be realized, I think it's something that we're yet to see, but it must be understood. If you look at the individual they have now appointed in the coastal region, compared to the most able generals that NASA has in that region, Hassan Joho, Amason Kingi, Senator Hassan Omar. These are heavyweights. I don't think his name will even appear anywhere when they're listing their accomplishment in the voter hand. But
just taking a look at this article here on page 10, it says that most of the seats that ODM won during 2013 were not as a result of ODM's popularity in the region, but a result of the personalities' popularity in the region. It was more politics of personality other than party politics. Alexandra, do you think that that could shift the chances for NASA in the coastal region?
Definitely, yes, it has to bring some impact, because if I can just go a bit ahead, that the primaries were not all that clear.
Right.
And as a result of the primaries, definitely, for instance, several of us in independent, as a result, we decided to go as independent because of the flawed nominations, the primaries, whereby some of the candidates, if they're larger position, maybe the members of parliament or the governors or the senators also, they were affiliated to, they had their preferred candidates, meaning that you have already split that vote. If it is a NASA, if it's a Jubilee, you have split that vote.
Has it really been split? Because we have the likes of independent candidates like you are running as independents, but still supporting Raila Odinga's presidential bid.
It will depend on how the coalition heads will work on the dependent candidates. Because you can, a presidential candidate cannot stand and say that I will not campaign for independent candidates.
Right.
If it definitely come to my ward and campaign against me, definitely I have my supporters. I might support the candidate, but my supporters might decide not to support the candidate because of fighting the other person. It's very much important that in areas whereby we have independent candidates, the party leaders or the coalition leaders should not campaign for any candidate in that area, because that can split the vote. And if you just imagine the 1 million, 10, 11, it's very tricky.
Right.